We're going to talk about one of the most critical EPs to ever drop from the Childish Gambino catalog today, and it's Kauai. It is like that amazing, weird, experimental space that artists creep into, and they do it without announcing it. But he did this on a double take. He got the Stone Mountain mixtape, and then the next day he dropped Kauai. The reason why I say it's so important is because Kauai is the last album where you get this rapping Gambino, and he's experimenting with his singing. And it's a really nice break from the chaos that was because of the internet. Because of the internet makes you want to go to therapy. But Late Night Kauai, or Kauai itself, is just 7 tracks of smooth R&B pop and goodness. He wanted to experiment with his sound, and he was partnering with Ludwig Göransson at the time. So, I mean, he's still partnering with him now, but he was partnering with Ludwig, and Ludwig is definitely known for transforming things, taking it to the next level. You can see that with the Sinner soundtrack, what he's just won a Grammy for. I think this is probably one of the most critical albums because you have to have that little, that weird space where you're figuring things out and you have the time to fail or try new things. I love it because all 7 of these tracks really hit in their own different kind of space and way and shape and time. Still rapping, still witty, still in this transitional phase between wanting to be the rap star and the R&B artist that we know him today. But I like because it captures that transition and you can see it on different tracks. It prioritizes melody, romance, escapism, island paradise, kind of you and me, let's get away kind of vibes, right? He's less focused on proving himself through bars and more cultivating a feeling, really diving deep into the R&B atmospheric, let's create the vibe and mood settings. This is a bridge project. It's not just a side EP. There was purpose behind this. Any track is giving you direction on where Glover is headed. Sober, the opening track, first off, props to the music video. Second, it's emotional, it's poppy, a little bit of a vibe there to it, makes you want to dance just a little bit. Sober is great. It captures that floating feeling of liking someone new. The newness, your phone, like, what are you doing? Nothing, stupid, get off of me. It captures the euphoria of texting, talking, and getting lost in the possibility of this new experience that you're about to find yourself in. Gambino sounds really comfortable singing here. It's not like he's awkward, kind of getting through it. This is scratchy. No, it's like, and now that it's over, you can really understand that he knows himself. He trusts himself on the track. Vibratos are great. But the only thing I will say is that instead of Awaken My Love, which is really dark and moody and kind of like coming to grips with this one's kind of bright, catchy, kind of real playful, like a little pop jam, right? Pop Thief. So this pushes the EP into a deeper dream-like state. It's tropical, it's warm, it's soft. It's almost like you're on this island together with this baddie and it's just you and her. And there's a fire going. And I ain't talking about no heat. Gambino is very blunt with his emotions. And it doesn't sound like he's lost, but it does sound like he's hypnotized by the feelings of this confessions that he's making about this person. Is an underlining tension that's going on because you're like, well, dude, you just met this chick. He's like, but I love her. You're like, hold on, wait, let's calm down. But I love her. Wait, okay, let's, you got that one friend that really falls for a person way too fast. That's Gambino in this sense. He met this girl on the island. He's like, you're going to have my babies. I do like the spoken word section with Jaden Smith on it. It really kind of opens you up to this late night island atmosphere that he's kind of cultivating. Like retro, parentheses, rough, because this is where new Gambino meets old Gambino. And it is, you get great chorus, you get great bars. I don't even have to tell you about them. It's just everything mixes together really well. You can tell that he's okay with taking this transition from rap into this pop style or the funk, the groove, whatever category you want to call it, right? He's definitely stepping into it, but with confidence and saying, hey, I can still lay some bars down. I can give you a quick 16 if I need to. Don't think I don't got that thing on me, because he definitely does. Young Beetle got the flow like a B&E. Come on now, like, what? I like this track because you're getting his singing chops, but you still get that like nerdy bravado, still confident. I'm him, nigga. Like, don't play with me, Gambino, that we know and love. Retro is probably the best example of Kauai as a transition product. The reason why I say that is because it's not just only singing. You get both. And when you get both, it really helps ease people in. Like, let's talk about it. This Jack Harlow album, there was like a single or two that kind of transitioned you into this moniker. But other than that, like, no, he didn't drop any EP. Even Jackman was just all bars, right? So there was no preparing your fan base for what you were trying to do. You just exploded onto the scene. And the only person I've seen do that successfully is Prince. And Prince is him. So we ain't even gonna talk about Prince. But back to Gambino. The Palisades. The Palisades is my favorite track on this album simply because of the chorus. It's everything that you could want from it, and it's playful, it's bouncy, it's light. Gambino's going crazy on the singing chops. You really want to sing with him. This is the song you listen to when you got the top down or you're driving through the city. You're in love for the first time. You're admitting some things that you really don't want to admit, but it just feels good to say this out loud. He makes awkwardness feel confident, and that's why I love the Palisades. Introduces that maybe there's a little bit of doubt to this fantasy that's going on in his head, and it allows you to start questioning, maybe I'm following this a little bit too fast. Maybe I don't love her. This is the chick that works at Chili's. Like, what are we doing here? I like it because it's a slow realization. It isn't like straight at you, but it's starting to creep up on you. Like, maybe these feelings are so intense because I know this is temporary and that I know this is going to fade. It's like those relationships that start real hot and end real quick because the emotions aren't established over time. Not saying this is everybody's cup of tea. Hey, look, whatever happened between you and Ray Ray, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Cut it. Poke feels like a memory trying not to fade. Doesn't stay too long. It's not like the greatest song to me, but I know it's a part of the 7-track and it's still good enough to like, I don't skip it when I listen to it. So there's that. And this is that last ride, that last yeehaw, woohoo, whatever the hell you want to say. It's the winding down of the summer. It's the winding down of the emotions that are being carried across this album too. I like Late Night in Kauai because it fuses the spoken word aspects with some of the best bars on the album. It's so cool. Ballin' like Jabari Parker. They said I look like him. If we met, it would be awkward. Break out the Sudafed. Like, come on now. Some of the best album. Like, I like this bars. The bars were just fun for me. It was playful. You get the end of the wrap up with Jaden. It's kind of like the title of the album, Kauai. It's warm. It's fuzzy. It's inviting. You're on an island. Yada, yada, yada. Me and this girl fell in love. I don't give a shit. The bars are what I care about. That's just the truth. If you are in all the feeling aspect of it, this is a nice little bow, little rhythm on that and saying, hey, this is wrapped up. We're done with this. These are the feelings that we had. This is the experience that we shared. Love it though. Feels like the last emotional stretch of this island romance. What I really like about this album is that the atmosphere really matters just as much as the lyrics. Like, everything was perfectly curated for this EP. There wasn't just one where one song just overplayed the rest. Everything blend, mix, and was just very smooth, well together. If there's like a hidden 8th track out there, I'd be surprised because it just feels like, no, these were made in succession. There was a story being told. You're going to vibe, you're going to groove, you're going to get sad. Jaden Smith's going to say a couple words. Gambino's going to wrap it up with a couple bars. And then we're going to end up with a 3005 Club Picnic version, which is kind of like a banger because I like the trumpets and the bangs on it. It really gives you a different aspect to 3005 and less of the rapping, more of the production work that you really like from Ludwig Göransson, right? Ludwig can do no harm. I'm sorry. Dude he cooks. He cooks every time he touches a track. Get this man a kitchen now. Why does this EP matter? It's more than just enjoyable. It captures Donald Glover in this transition. And I think transitions are so important, not just as artists, but us as people. If you continue to stay the same person, then you're not living life. You're supposed to go through these experiences that change you and make you into this better person or just a more improved person, not even better, but something different than where you were today. If you're the same person today than you were yesterday, that means you haven't experienced anything. You haven't done anything. And that's what I love this EP. It gives chance and availability to do so. More so, I even love Gambino because he gave a space for black nerds like me. I wasn't hard. I wasn't hood. And that's the beauty of it. He never tries to be. He raps about what makes sense to him and he has fun with it. He has fun on all these projects. But I think Kauai is just so well done because it prepares you for Awaken My Love. It prepares you for, hey, I'm done rapping. That thing end. In one of the interviews, he says, I like things that end. I like when stories are wrapped up and that they're done and that we go through phases and transitions in our lives. I think he put Gambino to rest here. If anything, Awaken My Love feels like that was an album from Donald Glover. And Late Night in Kauai was the last real EP or body of work that we got from Childish Gambino. But hey, I love all the work regardless. Man can do no wrong. He's short, but its place in Gambino's catalog is way bigger than its runtime. If you like this album, like, share, comment, subscribe. This is Jay with the Listening Room, where real music meets real people.